Hi guys, so this is question number 3 of INMO 2026. तो गाइस इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के लिए हमें एक छोटा सा रिजल्ट पहले हम देखेंगे। तो जैसे मैंने एक डायग्राम बनाया कि ABC अगर एक ट्रायंगल है और यहाँ पे दो पॉइंट्स अगर मैं D और E मान लेता हूँ सो दैट BD इज इक्वल टू C, BD इज इक्वल टू CE एंड this point is a midpoint of BC and this point is a midpoint of DE. M is a midpoint of BC, N is a midpoint of DE, and this line AF, let's say AF is the angle bisector. So we have to prove that AF is parallel to MN. Okay, so we will prove that AF is parallel to MN. So let's see how we can do that. So first, let's say we have a DE point and this point is N and this is M. So as we have given the midpoint, so I try to use the midpoint theorem. If I connect BE and then draw a line parallel to BD and let's say this point is O, can we use a midpoint theorem and say that ON is half of DB and O is a midpoint of BE, right? Using converse of MPT, we can say O is a midpoint of BE and ON is half of BD. So if BD is 2x, this is x. Now again, if you see this one, O is a midpoint, M is a midpoint also. If I connect them, can we say we can apply the midpoint theorem in a triangle BEC also? So I can say OM will be parallel to EC, OM parallel to EC and half of this. As we know EC and BD are equal, so this is also x. So OM is half of EC is x. तो हमारे पास एक ट्रायंगल बन गया ONM, जिसमें ON तो पैरेलल है अपने पास AB एंड OM इज पैरेलल टू AC. तो अब यहाँ पे जो एंगल बनेगा और जो यहाँ पे एंगल है इसमें क्या रिलेशन हो सकता है? जैसे कि अगर ये एंगल A है, ठीक है, अब क्योंकि लाइंस तो वही हैं, ये लाइन इसके पैरेलल थी और ये लाइन इसके पैरेलल है, तो ये वाला एंगल और ये वाला एंगल अगर ये A है तो ये 180 माइनस A हो जाएगा. दिस इज 180 माइनस A, क्योंकि अगर आप देखो ये वाली लाइन को अगर मैं एक्सटेंड करता हूँ, ये इसके पैरेलल थी और ये लाइन इसके पैरेलल है, तो ये वाला एंगल 180 माइनस ए आएगा, सो ये 180 माइनस ए बन जाता है. अब क्योंकि ओ एन एंड ओ एम इक्वल है तो ये वाला एंगल कितना बन जाएगा? ए बाई 2. सो ओ एन जो कि इसके पैरेलल है वो एन एम के साथ ए बाई 2 एंगल बना रहा है, और हमें ये भी पता है कि जो एंगल बाइसेक्टर होता है वो भी ए बाई 2 बनाएगा, बी ए के साथ एंगल बाइसेक्टर ए बाई 2 एंगल बनाएगा, और ओ एन जो कि बी ए के पैरेलल है एन एम उसके साथ ए बाई 2 एंगल बना रहा है. सो वी कैन से दैट एम एन लाइन इज पैरेलल टू द एंगल bisector. Okay, so this is the diagram of our question number 3. So we have given ABC triangle, acute angle triangle, and M is a midpoint of BC, N is a midpoint of arc BC, right? And we have P and Q on AB and AC, so that BP is equal to BN and CN is equal to CQ. And we also given MK is equal to MN. So we have to prove that angle PKQ is 90 degree. So first let's see कि हम क्या क्या चीज़ें इससे आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. कुछ चीज़ें जैसे अगर आप देखो तो एम मिड पॉइंट दिया हुआ है और एन दे रखा है मिड पॉइंट ऑफ द आर्क, माइनर आर्क BC. तो मैं ये कह सकता हूँ जो एम एन है वो परपेंडिकुलर होगा BC के ना, और इवन इसको एक्सटेंड करोगे सर्कम सेंटर पे चला जाएगा, पर उसका जरूरत नहीं है अपने को ना. तो एम एन परपेंडिकुलर टू BC तो है. सेकेंड चीज़ है कि जो एन पॉइंट है वो मिड पॉइंट ऑफ द आर्क BC है, तो मैं CN और BN को इक्वल कह सकता हूँ, और AN जो होगा वो एंगल बाइसेक्टर होगा, क्योंकि अगर हम एंगल बाइसेक्टर बनाते हैं तो ये आर के मिड पॉइंट पे जाके मीट करता है, सो ये एंगल बाइसेक्टर भी हो गया. अब इसके बाद अपने पास बी एन इज इक्वल टू बी पी दे रखा है, सी एन इज इक्वल टू सी क्यू दे रखा है, तो मीन्स बी पी सी क्यू सी एन एंड बी एन ऑल आर इक्वल। अब मेरे को कुछ आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल्स दिख रही हैं। अगर आप इस डायग्राम में देखो तो आपको कुछ आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल दिखेंगी। इवन अगर हम वापस यहाँ पे आए, एक तो ये वाली और एक है ये वाली और एक के एम एन ट्रायंगल तो है ही है जिसको मैंने नेक्स्ट डायग्राम में बनाया हुआ है। तो आपको कुछ आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल दिखेंगी। इवन 3 ट्रायंगल्स दिख रही हैं, बी पी एन, सी क्यू एन, के एम एन, right? Even we have one more, that is NBC. So all these are isosceles triangles. अब जो हमारे पास P, K और Q पॉइंट्स हैं, अगर मैं N के अबाउट होमोथेटी लगाता हूँ विद द रेशियो 1/2, तो वी आर यूजिंग होमोथेटी अबाउट N विद द रेशियो 1/2, तो जो हमारे पॉइंट्स P, K और Q हैं, P आ जाएगा हमारे पास हाफ, मिडल पे आ जाएगा NP के, ओके। और क्योंकि ये आइसोसेलेस ट्रायंगल है, तो अगर आप मिड पॉइंट बनाते हो तो ये राइट एंगल ही होगा। राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल मीन्स परपेंडिकुलर भी होगा अगर मिड पॉइंट बनाओगे ना। वैसे ही अगर मैं इसका मिड पॉइंट बनाता हूँ तो वो भी परपेंडिकुलर हो जाएगा। इवन यहाँ से अगर मैं मिड पॉइंट बनाता हूँ वो भी परपेंडिकुलर हो जाएगा। सो बेसिकली मैं जो पी के क्यू ट्रायंगल है उसको इन मिड पॉइंट पे लेके आना चाहता हूँ। तो इससे फायदा क्या होगा कि राइट एंगल्स मिल रहे हैं मेरे को ना, और मेरे पास जो पॉइंट्स हैं बी एंड सी और ये राइट एंगल्स हैं, तो ये इनसे मैं कुछ बेट मीन्स फास्ट रिजल्ट बना सकता हूँ रेदर देन पी के क्यू से। तो जैसे अगर आप यहाँ पे देखो, मैंने डी पॉइंट मार्क करा है एन पी का हाफ, ई पॉइंट मार्क कर लिया एन क्यू का, और एफ पॉइंट इज द मिड पॉइंट ऑफ के एन, ऑल्सो दे आर परपेंडिकुलर। So now we can even say that PKQ triangle is similar to DFE triangle. Can we say that DFE triangle? क्योंकि अगर आप देखो PD PN by DN is 2:1 और QN by EN is 2:1. Similarly, NF by NK is 2:1. Okay, so we can say they are similar triangles. So we want to prove this angle. We want to prove that angle DFE is 90 degree. Okay, so this is what we want to prove in this diagram. So now if we again see the triangle BDN where D is 90, and in fact at M we have an angle is 90, isn't it? Means angle BDN is equal to angle BMN is 90. So we can say that BDMN is cyclic. Similarly, we have CNF, CNM and E is cyclic, isn't it? तो अब हमारे पास क्या आ गया कि BDMN is cyclic and CEMN is cyclic. So DMNB and this one. Okay. So now, so using this And also we can say that they have a diameters are bn and cn. The circles that we are talking about, they have a diameters bn and cn. Okay. So now we have these two circles, and if I connect dm and me, so if we try to find out the angle DME first, because we have a MN, even MN we can say it is a common chord. No? MN is a common chord of these two circles. And we want to find out angle DME. So angle DME, first we find out angle DMN. Can we find out the angle DMN? Because angle DMN plus angle DBN is 180. Now, do we know the angle DBN? So, DBN is half of this angle. DBN angle is half of this angle. Why this is half? Because when we draw BD, it bisects this angle. Because BPN is isosceles triangle. So, BD bisect that angle B. Because these two are equal. So, these two angles are same. And this total angle is, as we know, this angle is A by 2. And this is B. So B plus A by 2. This angle is B plus A by 2. So half of that is B plus A by 4. Similar, this angle will be C plus A by 4. So now if we write the angle DMN, it is 180 minus, so it is B by 2 plus A by 4. It is B by 2 plus A by 4. Half of B plus A by 2. And this is C by 2 plus A by 4. In a similar way, angle EMN is 180 minus C by 2 minus A by 4. If we add them DMN plus EMN, it is 360 minus B minus C minus, sorry, B plus C plus A by 2, which become 270. So angle DME will be 90 only. So this angle is 90 degree. DMF angle is 90 degree. And we get this angle is also 90. We already know this angle is 90. So this is also 90. So we have angle DM, F is 90, and we want to prove that angle DF is 90. DM is 90. Prove that angle DF is 90. So in fact we can say that we want to prove DFM is cyclic. If we somehow prove that DFM is cyclic, that then also we are done. So means we need this kind of a thing, right? DFME should be cyclic. So this is the rough part. And we also know that this angle is 90. If this is 90 and if I join it, then we want to prove that if I name this point is N, we want to prove that MN is the diameter of this circle. Or we can say MN and DE, as DE is also a diameter because DM is 90. So if we want to prove that MN is a diameter, So we have to prove that Mn bisected by DE. If we prove that Mn is bisected by DE, then we can say that, and this angle is 90 already. So Mn is the diameter, right? Because this angle is 90, Mn is the diameter of the circle, right? So the only thing we want to prove that the midpoint of Mn is the midpoint of DE. Midpoint of Mn is the midpoint of DE that we want to prove. So let's say this, there is a point N, and we know that N lies on the circle passing through DME. As we can go again here. Okay, so we want to do this. Now to prove this part, we can use our result number 1 that we stated in the starting. As I know that the center of this circumcircle BDMN, the center of the circumcircle BDMN is this point, the midpoint of NB. Similarly, for the second circle, this is midpoint of NC, that is CEMN. So now, if I connect this point to D, as this is 90, so if I name this point is O1, can we say O1D is equal to half of NB? Similarly, O2E O2E is half of NC, or we can say they are equal. No? ONB, OND is equal to O2E, and if I connect them, so can I say O1, O2 is parallel to BC? O1, O2 parallel to BC because O1 and O2 are the midpoints of NB and NC respectively. So now the midpoint of DE, the midpoint of DE and the midpoint of DE and the midpoint of O1, O2, which is this point, which is the midpoint of NM also, because NM is a common chord of these two circles. So if I join this point and this point, if we join these 2 points, the midpoint of DE and the midpoint of O1, O2, this will be parallel. This will be parallel. If I extend this O1D and O2E, if I make this triangle O1D can extended and O2E extended, then the bisector of this angle, if I name this point as Q, the bisector of this angle Q parallel to this line. So we have this diagram, like if we connect CD, if we connect HD, like we have this diagram, right? So if we connect HD to and IE, if we extend that, that will meet at a O. So we can say that LJ, this point is J and this is L, so LJ will be parallel to this line. Now we will prove that how they will join, they will intersect at O. No? That if we extend HD and IE, why they will meet at O. So basically, if you see this diagram, just 1 minute, guys. Yeah, this one. So in this diagram, if you see this D point is the midpoint of this line. These are P and Q, I think. So D is the midpoint of P and H is the midpoint of AB. So DH is parallel to AB. Similarly, EI is parallel to QC. If you definitely extend them, they will meet at on this line only, right? Because this line is parallel to this, and H is a midpoint, and I is a midpoint of NC. So if you draw the lines from H and I parallel to this, they will meet at a line AN only. Let's say this point is O. So now if we move back to that part, as we got this point O, so we can say that ON is parallel to LJ. L is this point and J is this point, so ON is parallel to LJ. So now how this will help us to prove that, this point, if you join this up to M, it is bisected by this point L. This point is N dash, let's say. So M N dash is bisected by L using this property. So for that I can use a triangle M N dash N. In triangle M N dash N, we know J is a midpoint. J is midpoint of MN. J is a midpoint of MN, and JL is parallel to NN dash. So we can say that L should be the midpoint. L should be midpoint of MN dash. So we get ML is equal to LN dash, which is equal to radius of red circle. So DME N dash cyclic, right? Where Mn dash is diameter also of this circle. And we also see that angle MFN dash is also 90. So F lies on a circle with the diameter Mn dash as well. So ultimately we have DFM En dash lies on a circle with a center at this point L. So we have, finally we have angle DFE is equal to angle DME, which is 90 degrees.